Welcome to Square Body Country. I think today what we're going to work on is the floor pan section, doing patch panels and stuff like that. The more I thought about it, the more really need to get that ready before I go really ripping into the cab and getting that floor pan jerked out of there. I want it to sit as short of time as possible with no floor pan in it before I get this other one put in. So we're going to work on getting this pan ready, doing some patch panels and filling in some of these little drill holes that we don't need. So anyway, that's what we're going to work on today. As you can see here, we have all the little holes that I don't think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to weld down through the rocker panel. And we've got our patch right there to fix. Cool thing is that specific place in the other floor pan of the truck is good, so we're gonna cut it out of the red cab and graft it right over in here, so we don't have to worry about shaping or any of that kind of stuff. Just gonna cut it out and fit it right in, and it'll be just like factory. As you can see, where it's all rusted out, this is the piece that I cut out of the other cab, and it's actually in really nice shape. It's already contoured and everything to fit there. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim out the area here, and then we'll set this up there over here, and we'll trace from the back side what we need to cut out. But amazingly enough, one spot that's not all nasty and rusty on that cab we're going to be able to reuse right there. We don't have to worry about forming and reshaping or none of that stuff. So awesome. Next thing to go. Okay, we're back. We had a few technical difficulties. The pan slid off the blocks that I had it on. That knocked the tripod over, knocked the camera over. I made what I would call a rookie mistake. Nothing against anybody, just a term that I use. When I cut my piece out of the floor here, and when I cut the piece out of the other cab, I did not make my reference marks. Basically what you do is mark your stuff out. You make a big cross in there. That way when you line your panel up, when you're especially when you're doing formed panels like this. It helps you reline everything, and I did not do that, so I had to take a minute, regroup myself. I worked on another couple other parts on the pan. Then I came back and I've got it in there. I had to finesse a little bit, but it's in there. As you can see, normally what you would do is you would make a mark, go from here straight down, and a mark here straight across. You'd use a tape measure on both parts of it. That way you knew the piece that you were cutting out was going to line up exactly where it needed to be going back in. I did not do that, and I wound up with a pretty good gap right here in this corner. It's not going to be too bad, but I came through here and I filled in the little pinholes that were here, filled in these 4 pinholes here, and started working my way up the rail here. I've still got these 2 here to do. I'm going to do them later. Then after I'm done with that, I'll be done with this side of the pan. But you cannot get in no big hurry with this stuff. You gotta give the metal plenty of time to cool down, so it's all really nice and smooth in between each tack weld. So when you're done, you don't have a ton of warpage to deal with, and it smooths right out. But the key is to take your time. You cannot get in a big hurry about this. But we're gonna continue on with welding this up, and we'll get it all smoothed out. And like that, there it is. You can see a little bit of the line there and there. I don't want to grind too much. It's going under the floorboard. It's so difficult to not get waves and shrinkage. And there's just a little amount. It looks like a pretty defined line. And that defined line actually is where I came through and had my grinder turned up on edge, and I scored down through there. So, but there it is. Went from that to that. No more rust. That's just a little bit of a low spot, but rust be gone. There's our driver's side, ready to go. We got this here fixed and filled in. Remember, it was ripped out pretty good right here. Had a big hole there. Got all of our spot welds through here done. We got these. There was one here. These 4. There's probably 100 little pinholes through here. We got all them taken care of. got this raised back up. It's supposed to only have a dip here and there. That's factory. The rest of it's supposed to be nice and smooth all the way across. We took the hammer and actually a punch and just started peening on it from the bottom until we got this up here and got it all leveled out and contoured. There's like a whole bunch of little bitty pinholes. You couldn't even see them until you shined a flashlight behind it. So anyway, I got all them filled in, smoothed out. We got our patch panel in here. It's all nice and smooth all the way around. So that's it. The driver's side is done and ready to be put in. Again, we're not worried about this or this because the kick panel is going to cover all that, and there'll be seam sealer there, and plus the undercoating I'm gonna put on it. I mean, it's going to be completely sealed up. The only thing it'll do is it'll have a little bit of drain right on the back side where it's supposed to, so if any water gets in that, it could drain out. We might still maybe do something with that, I don't know, we'll see. But other than that, the driver's side is ready to go back in the truck. Now we'll just get on to the passenger side. As soon as that's ready, then we'll swap them out. All right, everybody. Got all these spots all the way across the front of the cab, or the pan I should say. We're gonna get these taken care of, and then we're gonna flip the pan around so we can reach it with the welder and everything. You can see I've already gotten, minus that tear, I've already gotten a few of them started, cleaned up. So we're gonna get it flipped, we're gonna get these done and get it flipped around so we can get working on the other side. And there's all the holes filled up on the front. All the way down, prepped and ready. But you gotta get the right side. There these are. You can still kind of see those a little bit. It's more discoloration. It's pretty smooth, really. But all those are gone. The belt started coming apart on me with the belt sander. That's why I switched over to the DA, or not the DA, the angle grinder. But that's what we're at so far. We're trying to come in with a good method of attack on this. We're going to cut from here, save that on the ridge of here, and that factory recess. I'm going to walk this ridge all the way up and over. I got a piece cut, formed, and I cut it out of the old rocker panel, or sorry, cab corner. Now we're gonna try to fit it. One of the things we got to make sure is this is not a perfectly straight angle. This actually kind of tapers out just a little bit, so I think we have that taper on it. So there we go. We're gonna fit that in next. Well, here's this side, this part, I should say. It's all done. It's all nice and smooth all the way through here. Now we just got to get all of this rough part here done. Then we'll have this rocker area. We got a patch to put in here. And I think we're going to come in with a patch up here, because it is really, really low. There's a lot of rusted out stuff. The metal's really thin in a lot of spots through here. So I think we're going to come in and we're just going to put us a patch over here and get rid of all this really thin stuff. So there's a little bit of high spot, this funny spot you can see in the light right there where it's all nice and shiny. That'll go away when we put in the other material. And technically that's actually where the floor is supposed to be, but it's so low in these rotted out spots. And next thing is to get this down here. You can see it's we got a little bit of work to do there, but it'll turn out good just like this one here did. I believe we're gonna call it a night. Actually a weekend. This whole little ordeal here is literally taking me all weekend to do. Just other stuff doing and popping up. You know, I didn't solely get to work on the truck, but anyway, a quick recap. We worked on the floor pan section, and we got a lot of the rusty stuff fixed and everything. I'm sure a lot of you guys remembered what it did look like as far as the rust on the right side and different spots like that. This is the right side where it was all really nasty and completely rotted out all through here. I cut pieces out and put those in. There's a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a pain because of how rotted it was. I didn't have a whole lot of reference. You can see my line got a little off right here, but other than that, I kept my line nice and smooth all the way back. That's just a little bit of pitting right there, but that's the right side. All the holes filled all the way through there. Just got to finish these holes here on this side here, but it's getting late enough that I'm gonna call it a night. This is what was left of this piece right here. The whole bottom side, whenever I went to cut it, there really was no bottom, so I just trimmed it off the top and fit it in. Looked for the upper piece, or actually the lower piece here, but I don't know where it ran off to. But anyway, that's that side. Here is the driver's side. Holes filled. Rusty spot right there repaired. It was that piece there. You can see where it's all nasty. Holes filled all up the side, around, and across the front. Like I said, I just got those little bit of holes over here to fill, and floor pan will be pretty well ready to go in. Here's what's left of the other piece. I found it. It was all nasty. You can see how rotted out it was. And it went from here all the way up and wrapped across the top. So like I said, that's where we're at. I want to thank everybody for the kind messages I've received. I appreciate it. Makes me feel really good to know that you guys are watching and you appreciate it and you think I'm doing a good job. Remember to please like and follow, share. I mean, get out there. You know, maybe there's a whole lot more people that want to see. Don't know. Anyway, thank you everybody. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.